Hello everyone, Mikas here for your live electronic music tutorial. It's episode 182, so it's 182 episode, guys. If you get a second, check out the other episode. I know this episode's about mastering, but usually I make music in real time, uncut, unedited, so you see the raw process, and I think this is what is the most interesting about those shows. And like I said, there's another 181 shows that I've done before that you should check it out if you like techno, if you like trance, progressive music production in general, and if you like EDM and electronic music. You have to smash that like button, guys. So today, or tonight, or whenever, it is our day 7 of our techno week, and we're gonna master the track that we made that was episode 176 that we actually arranged and mixed in episode 181, and now we're gonna master it, so it's gonna be a finished product that I will actually release. Again, I would like to set a release date and do things, but I'm a little bit too busy for that. So when I release music, I really want to promote it and do something with it, so now I will hold back on releasing music until probably March or April next year, but this one will be released. I'm really happy with it. It is a special track. Everybody that heard it were like, man, this is a banger. So I'm really happy that get such feedback from you guys and from everyone. So the way I master track, guys, is I use Waves plugin, strictly Waves plugin, no extra. I used to use UAD, but Waves, I've been using Waves for such a long time. And of course, this episode will be available as a mastering chain, and I will also include this master. So if you want to have fun, try to master the track, which has been produced properly, which has been mixed properly before it's been imported in the DAW. You know, this is very interesting to do, to have this mastering chain, if you have the Waves plugins, of course, and to have the track and to see the process right now. So the way I do my mastering is the way a lot of engineering do their mastering, is step by step. Very always do some gain staging to keep the level at the peak level on every step and raise it slowly 2 dB, 3 dB, 2 dB, 3 dB, widen the sound, capture like this thickness, you know, do the phase with LINMB. It's a process that I've been working on really for the last 17 years, mastering music for my record label Progressive Rules, mastering music for customers on WeMakeDanceMusic.com. And it has proven to work very well, and when the music get played on a big sound system, it translates well. If it get played on an iPhone, it translates well. Get played on a house sound system, which not many people have anymore. Anyway, that translates well too. So guys, let's get started. So this is episode 181. The track we have is 122 BPM, and I will play you a bit of a sample so you get an idea of what we're gonna work on. If you just didn't hear the track making, you can go to 176, and if you want to watch the arrangement, go to episode 181. So it is a techno track, but it has a lot of deep, funky synthwave, like a lot of influences in there, even electro, because the bass is very kind of electro-y. I'm gonna go to the bass, so you heard the intro already. So we got this little 303 acid bass line that's in there with some automations, and then here I'm gonna go straight into the first stage because it's already here, guys. So there's an auto gain on this equalizer, and I'm using it only to gain a little bit of volume. So because of the auto gain, guys, I can run the track to it, and if it peaks higher than 0, then I can do auto trim, sorry, not auto gain. I can do the auto trim, and it will trim down, so I will have the peak level of the track without clipping, which is very important for me. So when I feed my mastering chain, I want to have the highest level at every stage, so I can gain it slowly and I'm not losing and over compressing on one. So the input is very high and the output will maintain with a little bit more depending on the process that I'm putting on. So I'm gonna play you the breakdown. Breakdown is interesting here when it So guys, this is the track. I think it's well mixed. Can see right away there's not much peaks anywhere. It's not very loud. We have a lot of room to work on. So I have 5.3 dB of gain here. I don't know if I will preserve it, but I think so. And the first step is this: I do my gain staging, I get the maximum volume to input it into the chain. The first step would be this is like a tube EQ that give to me a little bit more. There's a stereo image in this plugin that is different. It just I don't know, there's a better focus in the stereo field, and it does bring a little bit of warmth. Not a lot, but still. And then I'm going straight into a linear EQ, which I use if I need to. I think in this track it will not be necessary. Track has been mixed by me, so you know, when I mix my track, this is my flavor. So I don't need really to enhance it. Sadly, I cannot visualize the output of this, but I can see here that I have 1.5 dB of space. That means I'm peaking almost at 0, so we're good. We're gonna continue. Then I go into a L2, just a bit. So the L2 is to trim the peaks. So let's say we have some peaks here, maybe some crashes, something that are going a bit overboard. I want to contain them a little bit. Why do I want to do that? Because after that I'm going into a LINMB, and the LINMB will equalize the phase, and if I have those peaks, I will not be able to reach the volume I want. So doing it step by step, I'm able to slowly increase the volume, diminish the peak, and make like a nice thick sandwich of submarine of sound that will be where it should be without too much mustard, that is. So this here, I'm gonna check how much attenuation I get here, 0.5, so I can bring it a little bit more. I would say 2.2 here. The goal here is not necessarily to raise the volume too much, and I told you about this here, auto trim. Because I do auto trim here, I have to check on my chain here again. 1.2, I can do a bit more. The only thing that I don't want to do in this chain is to apply 10 dB of reduction onto the track, because this will change the nature of the track. I don't want to really smack it and be, wow, this sounds good. No. You have to be gentle. So I'm gonna take a part that does get all the element in there, like here probably, to be able to really feel the kick and every time that I won't have it. I think the kick is a bit much. The kick needs to be tamed a little bit. I'm gonna do that with the LINMB here. So I have here a threshold, a master threshold, and I have a threshold for every channels too. So this is quite important, because I can really now decide to go in the low and really affect it or not. And I wanted to tame the kick a little bit, so the kick is gonna be in between these two. Without, with. It's much more contained. It might sound less impressive, but it has to be correct. It's not about like a lot of people say, impressing the client. You know, it's not the point here. The point is to be correct, and the track to translate well in all sound system. I like the punch without. So see, without, to me, it is there. It's a little bit too loud and it's not quite focused. With it, oh, let it roll. It is there. It sits right. It should sit where it should sit in the mix. And because there's also a drum, say tak ta tak ta tak ta tak. It's not a simple kick. There's also the drums. It's a bit more complex. Sound good to me. Let's make sure we're not clipping again. And then we'll go in API 2500. It's more of a glue, a bit of character. Again, a couple dB. See, this one put things into focus a little bit more. Then we're going into a console EQ, which we don't know we're gonna use, but I think the thing is, like, if I tame the top end with that, I can bring it back a little bit with that in the sense of bring this crisp, you know, so. Oh yeah, I'm liking that. See, the crisp is there, but it's not harsh. It has this smooth, well, smooth model. Without. Definitely bring that like impressive flavor to the mix. Now we're gonna go into a center. Bring the stereo width without. This I will do moderately. Surely because there's quite a bit of reverb onto the main element, and if I go wide, I can really kind of feel the room. I think it's exaggerated and I don't want this. Again, do the gain here a little bit. No clipping. Without. With. I like it because this main element, the bass main element, kind of splitted, and it has this present in both ears. As if I remove it, it sound like a bit like not so wide and like rich. It just sounds like it's there, but it doesn't have the quality. With this, oh yeah, definitely next level. I get a Kramer tape, which I will not use. Then we're going to the master SSL comp a little bit. Again, not too much. This will glue the mix further. So width, photo release, attack 3 millisecond, threshold very open. Again, 2 dB, maybe 2.5 dB of reduction, which I cannot see because it's analog. Zero makeup. Without. With. Oh, this glued the low end and the bass nicely. And then I'm going into another instance of LINMB, which are really tight opto mastering. That will just contain some part of the track, but again I affected very lightly. So I will not. This I won't. So without. So you have a feeling that the volume is raising, but it isn't. So without. With. We're not necessarily raising the volume here. We're focusing the high end, the mid lows to be really where they belong. It sounds absolutely sick. Then we're gonna do L316, but it always depends where am I at with the loudness here. I'm still low in loudness, so I will have to use this a little bit to bring it to, let's say, minus 10-ish. We'll do so by putting a minus 0.2 on both sides here. Then dropping the threshold. When you feel or you hear really that you start losing the low end, you have to stop. Because you can see the low end is compressing, and a maximizer in a low end will really make it mushy and unfocused, you know, so it's very important. And I can bring it up. Oh, not this one, sorry guys. 3.5, and then outsoling here to minus 0.2. Let's do it again. So even knowing, I think I would give it a little bit more. So now we're good. Minus 10 dB average. So guys, this is the process that I use when I master a track. I know I sound, maybe I'm excited because this track in particular really get me pumped up. And now we can look at the volume to make sure that you're not clipping and when the track enter the mastering chain, and check out. I'm gonna check out a little bit the view meter to see if we have any peaks or anything. So far it sounds very good, and let's just have a listen to the track, guys. I like the low, very focused. A lot of really good definition. Still have some dynamic range, you know, it's not just all peaking constantly. Tasty. Not much to say here, guys. Just enjoying the beat. That would set the tone in a nightclub, I would say. So alright guys, it's gonna be it for episode 182 of your live electronic music tutorials. If you got a second, smash that like button, check out the other episodes, and until next time guys, may the sound be with you.